Most people will say and do almost anything to avoid this one thing. And do you know what this one thing is? That's taking responsibility. Most people are completely incapable of that. And taking responsibility can take different forms. And recently, one of the most popular ways to avoid responsibility for your own actions is calling being fat a genetic disorder, that you were simply born as it, that you have a natural preclusity to be fat. And believe it or not, this woman right in front of you is 16 years old. And she is making this TikTok video trying to convince people that it's genetic, that it's not her life choices at work here. And she's gonna share with us her whole routine of what she eats a day.
I got the bag. Today is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna do what I eat in a day starting at 4 p.m. I got a pretzel and cheese. Cheddar pepper I've never tried before. Hot. Really rich in cheddar. Mozzarella stick.
So first of all, already it seems very unbelievable that she only got one of each item. Second of all, everything of this is just drenched in fat, so it tastes good, and it's completely surrounded by bread. And if you eat too much bread, you are 100% gonna gain weight, no matter what you do.
Mozzarella stick with marinara. Corn dog with mustard. Keep in mind I'm sharing all these things with my mom. Say hi, Mom. Hi. Sprouts. Petco. I got frozen yogurt, tart, strawberries, mango boba, and what's it called? Fruity Pebbles.
And now we're just adding sugar. So she started the day by eating 3 loaves of bread already, pretty much. And now she's just adding a pile of sugar on top of it. I bet it's delicious, that's why it's so hot.
Everything. Okay, I got Torchy's tacos. Oh no, sorry. Velvet taco. And Panda Express.
Can you imagine a little bit more bread on top of the already 10 loaves of bread she ate? Insane.
First, a cream cheese ragout. That was absolutely delicious. Now, my food. I got chow mein, super greens, honey walnut shrimp, and Angus beef. I'm so excited.
The size of that plate is honestly, in some cases, enough to feed 2 people. But most people would eat 70-ish% of that and be pretty full. But she's eating all of it.
The honey walnut shrimp here is amazing, especially with the walnut.
It probably is, though. It probably is.
The Angus beef is next level. Panda's Express chicken egg roll. So crunchy, so good. Veggie spring roll. Now, velvet tacos. I got a Mexi shrimp and a chicken and waffle taco. These are so good.
Yeah, this is insane. Thankfully, it's almost over.
Thanks for tagging along to my what I eat in a day. Cheers.
So, the worst part about this is obviously that this video is a complete lie, because she eats more. Notice, the easiest way to prove this is the fact that she never drank anything. She just took 2 sips of water. I can bet you my life that she most likely drank at least 1 liter or 2 of cola. And most likely not even diet cola. But yeah, she's eating clearly way too much. She's eating the average most likely that 2 or 3 people should be eating a day. And she thinks this is completely normal. So there are a couple of delusions that are happening with people like this. First of all, it doesn't matter if you eat healthy or not healthy. As long as you eat too much, you're gonna gain weight. There's literally no way to overcome this. If you eat too much, it doesn't matter how healthy you eat. If you eat 2 times the normal amount a person eats, you're gonna become fat, even if it's all vegetables. It literally makes no difference in this situation. It's pretty insane. For example, I personally eat well, I do eat reasonably healthy, but I do eat a lot of sugary things and stuff like that. And it's not a problem for me. Because, you know, 1 ice cream a day I eat is pretty much a substitute for one of my 2 times that I eat a day. So, you know, that's how it happens. You can eat bad stuff all you want. You can literally survive off of McDonald's as long as you eat a small meal and only 2 times a day. But these people have convinced themselves that they are eating healthy. That's 1. And 2, that they are not actually eating that much. Which is clearly an absolute blatant lie in this situation. And they have convinced themselves that it's genetic. Because currently, this is not scientific proven, but pretty much everyone who understands these things pretty much agrees to it. That people have, this is the big problem, okay? Why some people think it's genetic. Because some people do actually have the will force to stop eating. Because eating is really delicious. I don't know if you have noticed it, but man, eating is really, really, really fun if you're eating something extremely delicious, okay? Eating is probably the best thing in the world. Cross my heart and swear to die. Honestly, it's 100% better than sex if you're eating something delicious, okay? 100% I'm a true believer of that. And it's hard. It's really hard for some people to just give up on that. Because it is one of the greatest vices in the world. And they can't stop doing it. And then that's a lack of will force. They just continue eating and then they say, oh, it's genetics. But there are some people who can get the will force to stop eating. And when they get this will force to stop eating, you know what happens? They drop weight. Sometimes, you know, usually not too rapidly, but sometimes it can happen pretty rapidly, honestly. They drop like 20, 30 kilos or stones or whatever. And like a month passes or 2 months pass, and then they start eating more because they're happy with what they dropped, and they don't notice that they are again eating more, and then they regain that back, and that's pretty bad because they think, oh, I stopped exercising, I'm eating good, but in reality they still are eating more than an average person, and that's kind of insane. But the biggest problem with all of this is the fact that your body kind of remembers. And this is not scientifically proven, but pretty much everyone agrees with this. Your body kind of remembers the weight it's on average is on. So, it will try to regain this weight. So, if you lose too much weight too rapidly in like a month, you can eat 1 meal a little bit, just 1 bite too much, and you will pretty much offset everything you lost that month almost. Well, not everything, but it's a rapid growth because your body thinks that you need to be a certain X amount of body weight. And I from experience can tell that this is a pretty insane thing. So, 2 years ago or something like that, I was running like a couple of kilometers, 3-4 days a week, and you know, I set my and I did that for a year straight, pretty much, and I lost a pretty decent amount of weight that I didn't even know that I can lose. And you know what happened afterwards? You know what I did? What I just said, that's it, done with running. Want to save my legs and want to save my spine and all of that stuff. I'm done. And after that, you know what I did? I pretty much for a month and a half, 2-3 times a day, just survived off of McDonald's. I was not watching what I eat. I was overeating and stuff like that. And do you know how much weight I actually got from eating a McDonald's pretty much straight up for a month and a half? 5 kilograms, which is the equivalent of 10 pounds. Eating nothing but McDonald's and overeating pretty much 2 times a day for a month and a half. And that was it. That was how much I got. Because my body was pretty much set on a certain amount of weight. And it just burnt everything extra that I ate off on its own. That's how it works. For some people, it's more aggressive. For some people, it's less aggressive. But that's pretty much how this works. And a lot of people, they exercise for a month. They lose, like, a lot of weight in that time because they got lucky. And then they just eat a little bit too much, like, for a day or something. And bam, it's all back. It's almost all back instantaneously. And that's why a lot of people think it's genetic. But that's just complete BS. Anyway, that's it.